Tell them run it up. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up. Flex. Thumb down now. Check. No drip this. Wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up. Flex. Thumb down now. Check. No drip this. Wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. 9 out of 10 rub through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turn to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself they getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up.
Came for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, don't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Came for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in.
I'm on my job, I get it done, but you should know that. Shine like a sun of 101, you should know that. I get the front and in the back, you should know that. No need to stun, it's never cap, you should know that. All I know, 10 toes, never fold. Bang roll, on the go. Ice wall, ice wall, ice wall.
Came for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Came for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in.
I miss my baby, so I hit them on the FaceTime. I need it all for them, so no, I cannot waste time. Facing these oceans, feel the water on my waistline. We trust the process and my only know it takes time. You can get it, got no worries, I'm gon' make mine. Going global, I'ma get it out the state lines. Paying taxes at a more than what you make now. Different bracket, eating off a different plate
Came
now.
for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Came for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in.
Good morning all. Yes sir, yes sir. Hope everyone is good, hope everyone is well. Today is Thursday here, Let me fix my camera. Give me a sec. All right, that should be working now. Sweet. Let's get it. Let's get it. See what we're going on. Morning to all. See how all systems go elsewhere. Everything looks good. And yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's see what we have going on with the news today. If I do remember correctly, we should have PPI and unemployment claims. Yes. So yeah, I'm expecting unemployment claims to probably come back. PPI here, probably we're going to see more positive things, man. More things that are going to indicate rate cuts based on yesterday's CPI result. Yesterday's CPI result came back 2.8, so inflation actually coming down. So that means unemployment claims should come down a little bit less. I would expect maybe 21k, maybe 20k, all positive signs. And we could probably see that bullish pressure continue on gold, right? So that's about it for today. London session is clean here, which is why I prefer London session overall. It's mostly clean, so we don't have to worry about much news during London session here. But let's have a look at the charts and then take it from there. So GJ's been dumping here for now. Let's go and see what's going on with this pullback we're seeing, or dump here. If we look at daily time frame, previous daily did close bullish here and closed above the resistance here, but we are rejecting in this rejection zone. 4-hour time frame is obviously closing bearish right now. We're seeing multiple candles close bearish, no real pullbacks there. At some point this could create a higher low to continue up bullish, because we do have a 4-hour break of structure up here, breaking this structure. Now we are respecting this range, but if you look technically, I think it just closed above, or just closed above. I mean, didn't break the high, so we can just consider that as maybe a close at, or definitely in the rejection zone. But at the moment we're trying to break down. We don't have any 1-hour pullbacks for the last couple, like 4 hours here. We're trying to get below this 4-hour resistance. We're going to bring back drawings, see where our 4-hour levels are. So that's the previous 4-hour from yesterday. If you remember our selling zone, just put this P1 as a previous 1-hour. If you remember yesterday, we were looking for the same selling zone that there was yesterday. So we are mixed buys today. Buys could actually start to make sense if we change structure from the bottom of the range. So in order for me to buy, I need to see that. Why I don't want to take a buy and then it makes a lower high and then you just end up taking the original plan for sells. So I kind of want to see that change of structure. Right now 15 minutes is trying to close below. We've just had a lot of back-to-back 15 minutes. Like ideally we need this 15 to close bullish, next one close below would give me a lot more confidence than selling the lowest point of the day without any liquidity grabs per se, right? So especially at the major support, this is yesterday's major support, could easily grab liquidity just from this 15-minute a little bit lower and start that rejection, and then we can come back at it. So I'd love to see a little support formed here and then look for the continuation of sells. If you look at the 30-minute, definitely looks like it's due for a pullback, especially after we've moved. How much have we moved here? About 88 pips here. So it would be good and give us more confirmation. So that's what I'm going to be looking for here on GJ. Pretty simple like that. Yeah, pretty simple plan, to be honest, for buys and sells. So looking at gold here, on the other hand, gold daily time frame closing bullish here, trying to make its way back to all-time high here. We're seeing a strong daily candle close here. Current daily has already broken the high. 4-hour time frame has closed bullish as well, retesting previous 4-hour resistance right now. We're trying to make our way, maybe bounce from here, but it looks like we're trying to make our way back to all-time highs here. With news today, I definitely can see that be an option here, but obviously we have to see how price action forms. Now, bias is bullish today, so I'm not really going to be the one looking for sells yet. With a bullish bias, I'll be looking for buying opportunities myself here. So immediately, some sort of support formation right off the bat, maybe something closing above. Do we have that same resistance? We don't. Yeah, maybe something closing above here on a 15-minute time frame can give us the buys back into this range resistance we have here. This would be about 26 pip range to there, and then obviously if it continues, it continues. Inside of here, I'm probably not going to try take a buy inside of here unless it will be tight, man. You need to get very tight structure form 15 pips even with tight structure, probably not going to be worth it if I'm being honest. So I think the buys are going to be above here. 40 as well, it's a key level. So, you know, 2940, looking for buys above there with closures. Sells, like I said, I'm not too interested in sells. If it pulls back more, I'll be looking for more buying opportunities, especially ahead of New York here. So that's my plan on gold. Bullish bias. When I'm bullish bias, I stick to bias, right? So I don't see a case just yet for like, we're not rejecting a 4-hour resistance, not rejecting a daily resistance. So to look for sells immediately, I don't think it's going to be a smart idea. Now moving on to our last pair of today is going to be DAX. Let's have a look at what DAX is doing here. Start off on the daily time frame. Previous daily did create a support from our daily support. We failed to close above the previous daily resistance, but nevertheless is a support. 4-hour time frame, I assume, is mixed. Yeah, 4-hour time frame also creating a resistance. So what DAX looks like is doing is starting to accumulate here at the bottom of the range. We have stopped really trending on DAX. We're more forming a higher time frame accumulation here. So mixed bias, both sides do make sense. We do have a 4-hour resistance here as well, which we can mark like this. Boom. And we do even have this support, but we're going to see on lower time frames how that looks. So I'm just going to put a line there. We probably find a 1-hour resistance or something there. So right now we have this support down here. I wonder if it's cascading. I think there'll be a 15 lower. Yes. So below there does look okay inherently for sells below this 15,547. For buys, you can see a lot of reaction from here, right? More reaction from here than from the previous 4-hour. We put a P4S. It's a previous 4-hour support. So the buys for today. We need to see in the open here in 15 minutes. This range is not big. 14 points is a small range. Above here we have probably about 20 points, I would assume. 30 points, a little bit, that's better. And then the sell range is pretty big here. We have this wick to fill. The sell range here is about 58 points, so much better, 55, sorry, much better sell range we have, you know. So we're gonna see how price action forms here and see if the daily wants to flip and continue up, or do we want to retest the daily support here and continue some bearish price action. So we're just gonna see how that forms and tackle it from there. But that's pretty much the plan. I think all pairs are pretty much not difficult to plan in today. We have some ranges and GJ has some ranges as well. So let's go see what ends up happening for the session and take it from there. Currently 15-minute candle has closed below, making a setup 1 at the moment here, but we are lacking any form of 15-minute structure. So this is where we can see maybe some complications, especially with this 15 here. I'll be reserved until we tap this 15 and see what happens here. Very interested to see what happens at this 15 or make good structure. But in saying that, this is a brilliant top wick at the moment being formed on price, and I'm interested to see how this 1-hour candle closes, you know. Now if we just keep making deeper top wick to somewhere here and I start to see this flip, then I'm probably interested, because it shouldn't need to flip if we're making such a deep top wick. But in this case is where you would want to not go break of this low, you want to go break of lowest low. And when we're looking at that, it's a pretty tight break even. We're looking at like a 5 pip break even, pretty tight. So I want to be careful about that. So yeah, that's the plan. If you guys enjoyed the analysis, be sure to leave a like on the stream. You guys know the drill. Would appreciate leaving a like on the stream as always. 287 of you, 85 of you in here. Appreciate everyone showing up. Get the likes up to 100. I would appreciate it. And yeah, let's get it. Which YouTube video explains the strategy you're using right now? I think the 2 best YouTube videos right now are going to be the full course and the full course. I think that's going to be the best one. If you want a shorter version, there's like this one here talking about my strategy. but it's a simplified version of the videos in the full course, but it's definitely a good one. Different with this one, I show live trading results to use as examples, so that's pretty helpful to show that. And I started doing that recently. I use in this video as well live examples as well. Going to watch them and then come to stream? No worries, man. See some of the plans here. Sells after pullback, fine. Bullish bias, rejection, pullback on the 4 buys above there. Yeah, I even accounted earlier, but that's not a bad buy as well. Definitely cleaner, but I think with bullish bias we can go on the earlier one because it's not there on 30. The same plan. Look for above here. Yeah, I planned a little bit earlier, as you saw. Structure with buys above looking simple setup 1. You need that structure first though. See where price wants to go. Need more info for sales waiting structure. Yeah, that's correct. Nice. Yep. I even accounted a little bit earlier here. So yeah, that's overall good. Wick buys above there is clean, yeah, and sells below. Okay. Oops. Yeah, same plan. Buys above there. Set up, yep. Not looking for sells, great. Looks good, man. Yep. Structure, yep. All the same plans I'm seeing. This buy is a bit tight mate here. Very tight buy. Sell is fine. Second buy is much better. If we had structure first and then we could probably get into that one. You keep all of your previous trades on, right? That's why... Oh, is this just from these 4? It's already filling it like that. My new lines today, damn. Looks nice though. It's like full, all the side is full. Sells below. Yeah, I want you guys to mark that 15 as well. Even yesterday you guys ignored it and we discussed about it. A little bit higher, above that 15 notch. Alright. Well done. DAX is under futures or indices? DAX is an indice. What's your thoughts on FX Alex G in terms of what? I don't really judge anyone. It's not in my interest to judge people. It doesn't affect me, nor will I be able to affect them. So it doesn't bother me. Hi, in which webinar do you talk about structure in much detail? That will be in the exclusive content. You're going to see videos about structure, but we don't focus too much on are you talking about structure before entry? Yeah, that will be in the exclusive content. Like, you know, just in the WAP videos, man. You have to see the titles. I forget which video it is. Been a while since why is it showing like that? Okay, there we go. So obviously the chart markup, we'll talk about it Now, a good video is going to be when to use 5 minute for entry. Will explain the structure, right? So that's one of the videos that will explain structure. So this is a good one. And then I would say another good one is going to be basically when to use 5 minute for entry is a good one, because that really explains the structure. But setup 1, if you look at the picture of setup 1, to have a proper setup 1 demands structure. So you're just following all of the stuff that's talked about in the setups, right? Part number 4. You're looking at part number 4, because a real setup 1 is not just a random close. It's a close that has a structural point, you know? So that's explained in there. Of course, stop loss placement will be good. This will explain about structure. And if you ever just want to go and see what webinars, every single webinar that I do, I put in here. You guys need to understand there's a content library here. Check this out. Every webinar I've done, I explain what I talk about in the webinar. Higher time frame breakdowns, mindset for new trading month. Like, you can just go back and you will be able to find, okay, he's talking about cascading support and resistances, you know, knowing when not to trade. Like, all the topics I talk about in that webinar, I put it in here. Forgot to pin the giveaway message. That is true, man. Thanks. If this happened at 11 o'clock with a nice pullback, I think it would have been valid. There is a nice 5 minute structure as well, but it didn't close above 5, so you don't really care about it because you'd base it on 15. But if this happened at 11, I think it would be nice. But we're coming back close to our buy zone now. 15-minute candle has no bottom wick. Doesn't that invalidate the entry? Is what we just said, right? That's what we said. If this had a bottom wick and was at 11 o'clock as well. Steven, I can't see that image. It's like a downloadable HEIC image. Could we base gold on 30-minute setup too? I prefer above here. You could, but you want a strong candle, right? You want a strong candle, not a weak candle. Very, like, a decent candle. Gold is holding the 30-minute support. It's trying. It's trying. When marking support resistance at the body, what if the candle opens 1 to 2 pips higher lower? Just take the one that is closer to where you're trying to mark. So just to be on the safer side, you know. I mean, if it looks like this, then you mark the resistance here. I look for setups 1, 2, 3 on your channel, but I didn't see them. It's in the free course here. Also, my setups are talked about in the videos. You have to be a subscriber and someone who watches my videos. If you watch my videos, you'll see the setups. They're all engraved. Like pullback entry, guess what? Pullback entry is setup 2. This entry here is setup 1 entry. Breakout, this is more about like pure breakouts. It's like setup 1 formations, but in a full breakout scenario. Harry, can you give opinions on a trade I took, or do you only do it for your exclusive group? Well, they send it to me in the chat, and then I do give my opinions on that. Yes. But you've been watching the stream for a while, so I'll look at one of your trades. It ain't gonna hurt, man. It ain't gonna hurt, because I've seen you show up to stream for quite a while, so that's what you get. You have to post it in the free group. DAX, what's happening with DAX? Still wait 1 minute for this closure. We're not above that 4 hour. We need to tap that 4 hour and see what happens. Above here it looks good, but I want to see when we tap that 4 hour and see what happens. We need to see. I want to see if this price gets above there as well. I was in NY yesterday. Yesterday we're looking at US 30, but it dumped straight, no pullbacks. This was yesterday NY. Waiting just for one 5-minute pullback, but never got it. We looked at this one here, but it was very deep, so I didn't take it to preserve my profits from the morning. It would have worked out. Actually, no, we discussed this would have tapped break even because it was selling right at this 15-minute support here. We were selling right at 15-minute support. Check this out. So once it tapped 15-minute support, your entry would be here. Imagine my entry was this blue line. That's where your entry would have been. Check the 1 minute. So 1 minute tap the 15-minute support. You would have gone break even. That's the rules. Stop you out break even. So would have been break even. Why did US 30 do monster dump? Yeah, we saw tariffs, you know, speeches about tariffs and stuff. Do you have bottom wick on gold on daily? Let me check on broker. I do, yes, I do on broker, yep. So 15-minute candle close here. So gold obviously closed bearish here. And we're seeing GJ close bullish, right? So this is the structure we actually wanted. We wanted GJ to form some sort of structure, but there's an issue with this close actually. We've closed the 1 hour with a rejection candle from the support. So we're gonna need good closes to be able to continue down. But GJ was due for a pullback. 15, 30, 15, 1 hour is looking some sort of pullback right here. Yeah, how's it going? All good, Hector, brother. Yourself. Lines on lines? Yes, sir. That's how I trade, brother. This guy, TJ Dawal. What's his name? Daliwal. Always coming in here, has something to say. I see him all the time. He must not be quite happy in his life, man. Always complaining. Complaining. You know, you won't get much done by complaining. Complainers don't get shit done. Doers get shit done. If you change your attitude, I'm sure you will improve in your life. I'm sure you see a big improvement in your life. We love lines here. Yes, we do. We should add more lines. Gold bias is bullish. It sure is. You are correct. He's probably not profitable and just FOMOs. It doesn't matter. Waste of my time. Lines make money. They do. They protect and make money. That's what we like. We want to protect and make money. Have you traveled much? Would you ever come to Australia? I have been to Australia. My uncle actually lives there, so I went to visit him in Australia, in the Gold Coast. So I have been to Australia. I do like it. I also used to surf, so the idea was to go to Australia to surf as well. But unfortunately, on that holiday, I broke my arm before that, so I could not surf. I just found out yesterday they posted a trade breakdown video, this media company. It only has 5 likes. I don't think that's very good. I'll give it 6 now. So if we could do some business, I would appreciate that. 6-minute video, it's a pretty good video. So if we could do some business, I would appreciate that. At least get it past 30 views. we need to get it past 30 views. Otherwise it looks bad for me. I linked it in chat. Just go, at least not make us look bad, man. We the Tradesharpe fam, bro. We can't make us look bad. At least 100 of you guys. You should come to South Africa. I've been to South Africa. I've been to South Africa, man. Sent it in free group. All right, here's your gift, brother. Your gift for today. Let's see. This is his gift. Yeah, this is not a bad trade, man. This is something that yesterday would make sense. This 1 hour is not relevant anymore, but you want to take it break of high. Break of high, stop loss below previous low. But this is a good trade. This is a good trade. But your just entry is a bit wrong. You would take it here like this. Break of this high to get to here. Gold Coast Beach got destroyed from a cyclone. I saw that, Rika, bro. Is that the whole beach is like that? The whole beach all the way down? Pretty much. Damn. I saw it's like a cliff, man. It's like a cliff. Has anyone fell down there and can't get back up? I'm sure there's been some idiot who's fallen down and can't get back up. I'm sure someone gave a hand. Some guy. Some people surfing on the day of the cyclone. Jeez, was it big? But it's windy, no? So it's gonna mess up the swell, I would assume. But this is just the... This is classic surfers, bro. Same with kite surfers. They would be happy at that. Is this what Dubai is like? Let's see what happens here. Yeah, it's like this with friends. This is actually a culture here. It's actually a culture here. Like, it's very normal to fight. But I think everywhere around the world, when you're with a good friend, you always should offer to pay the bill. Brother, that beautiful purple lines, buys above the butte. No, we're bearish. We're more mixed on GJ. We need change of structure. We could actually be looking for sells. Was great true. Was it, man? That's insane. Some idiot has to have posted... some guy must have posted him surfing the day of the cyclone. We need to check that on YouTube. He must have posted the day of the surfing the cyclone for sure. We need to watch it. People came to the beach just to watch people surf. Yeah, it's. I'll be more the guy who wants to surf that. Actually intrigued. See, some guy. Nah, no one's posted it, man. They're all scared. What was the name of the cyclone? What was the name of the cyclone? Alfred, yeah. Looks like some guy was... Oh, damn. Decent waves, eh? Sheesh. Big swell. Man's got the jet ski out and everything. Damn. Blinga Beach. Belinga Beach. That looks big for a beach break, man. Yeah. He got towed in by a jet ski. That's even nicer. I mean, see, at least they got the jet skis out, so if shit hits the fan, they're okay. Big barrels as well. Oh, that looks super fun, man. Sheesh. Yeah, you're right, Manning. Proper barreling. That's insane. Come to Bali? Yeah, Bali's good, man, for surfing. $80 vids on the setup vid. I appreciate that. Push the video, like get it at least to 100 views, guys. At least, because it's not gonna be. And they're making that good content. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. There'll be a good video coming out from them. We're gonna film a video where instead of teaching a concept by me sitting at the charts, we're gonna teach a concept while doing activities in Dubai. So it's gonna be a fun video. That's something they want to do. So I think it's gonna be a great style of video. Check this dump on DAX, eh? It's not really happy about that zone, it seems. And it was a little bit short of that. It was a little bit short. How often do you see a supercar in Dubai? It's an area-based thing. It's an area. If you drive on the highway, I doubt you see a supercar. You probably will not see a supercar on the highway much. If you want to see a supercar, you need to be around the hotels. The hotels where I live, like there's a street where I live and you'll see a supercar on there. Days of the week matter. Time matters. It's not like every other car is a supercar here. Most people who live here are living pretty average lives. And remember, most of the supercars you also see, like the Lambos especially, right? The Lambos especially are all rentals. They're all rentals. What time does London open? We have Frankfurt open now. We're trading Frankfurt open. London itself opens in about 50 minutes. Used to keep me awake on the walk. Yeah, those are all the rentals. But there's some stupid cars. Like when, man, I saw there was a car meet on the beach where I kite surf. And there was a car meet a day I was kite surfing and some guy bought out a Countach. Like, I'm telling you, there's some serious cars people have here. Some serious cars. How much is a Countach? I wonder how much they are. Anyone know how much they are? Check online sound, check. Lamborghini Countach, how much is that? $500K US? Oh, it's not as much as I thought actually. 500K US is not that much actually. It's a lot, but I mean, you know, old Countach, old. 2.6 mil? Yeah, that's what I thought it was worth. The old one, classic one. You see Bugattis? Yeah, there's quite a few Bugattis here, man. Definitely. I think there was 2 Bugattis there at least. At least. Bugattis you'll find here. Countach is not over 1 mil? Oh, damn. It looks something like super, like a... I mean, for me, coolest car I saw here is Ferrari F40. I think that's a classic. Like, that's a sick car, man. Real one. How about La Ferrari? Yeah, you can find them here. Rentals cost more? Rentals don't cost more than buying a car, bro. That's a little bit silly. Buying a car obviously costs more than a rental. Wonder why we found support right there. Is it a 5-minute there or something? No, literally nothing. Have you heard the stories of lots of rental companies having their cars stolen / rented out and then disappearing to Dubai? What do you mean by disappearing to Dubai? Oh, you mean the cars come here after being stolen, you mean? Yeah, that's an old story though. That happens all over the world. It's just not all over the world buys as much supercars as Dubai. So many supercars in that flood. Yeah, you have to be very careful buying in Dubai a supercar. Like after the flood, second-hand cars in general. You have to be very careful buying second-hand cars in general. After the floods, a lot of these cars are refurbished. So the way to avoid that is just buy a car that's still under warranty. Did the flood affect you? I was streaming during the flood. That's how locked in I was. My whole everywhere, downstairs flooded, street was flooded. I was on stream. Not even one day off. Full locked in. April, sometime in April it was. Well, the thing is, it started with rain, guys. So in the morning when I was, at least internet was working. It wasn't working. I had to, I lost power, if you guys will remember, during the flood. I lost power. Those who were here would have remembered. How about your car? I didn't drive that day, and the water in where I live came up to only about ankle height, luckily. All the people who drove that day got cooked. But even I have the Nissan Patrol as well. Went out to have a look. In front of my house, the water was about waist high, but the Nissan could drive through that. Bulletproof car. Bulletproof car. So it was able to drive through waist height, but some of the bridges where people, you know, go under the bridges, bro, that was like maybe, I don't know, like, you know, 5 meters, bro, 5 meters deep. You have a look at DEX? Yeah, what's DEX doing now? It's still nothing, mate. It's still just stuck. What are you planning on DAX? Maybe you see something I don't. What do you see? There's an S5 right where it is now. That's not an S5, no? Oh, you mean about this one? Yeah, but it's straight into the support here. Didn't close below, retested it. Now it's closing bullish, rejecting that. We got flooded in Fort Myers. Yeah, I see there's a lot of stuff there. I saw people getting boats out when it was flooded. It was pretty crazy. If I still had my jet ski, I would have brought it out on the street for sure. For sure. I really wished I had my jet ski in that time. Yeah, that would be fun. Oh, that would be a fun ass video, man. Ripping the jet ski. Gold is actually moving down here on full bullish bias, so I have to stick to bias in my rules. I'm trying to enjoy the jet ski with this trading money, with the fam. Yeah, jet skis are nice. What do you advise, Harry, on traders who are losing motivation because of consistent loss? So my question to you is that, are you making a change? Because you should be learning from that loss, and you know, you need to be changing. Like, my point is, it's okay to lose, but you can also adjust how much you lose. If you're not a good trader, lose minimal. Lose nothing if you want to trade on demo. If you don't know what you're doing, why are you trading with money? Like, if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't have a plan, then why are you trading with money? Just trade with demo. And if you want to trade with a bit of emotion, put $1 on that trade. If you can't put $1 at the trade, what are you doing? You need the skill regardless. So work on the skill, and then you'll find your motivation once you start getting better at the skill. The reason you don't have motivation is a poor excuse, to be honest. Nothing in life you need to be fully motivated 100% of the time. You know, if you are fully motivated 100% of the time, then I just don't think it's real. Like, people put that on fake. People who are motivated 100% of the time are not working hard enough, in my opinion. Like, I can tell you for a fact, I'm not motivated 100% of the time. Like, people speak about discipline, 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 discipline. It's not all discipline, guys. Sacrifice. Needs to be a level of sacrifice. You need to sacrifice things. Maybe you sacrifice motivation. You sacrifice different aspects of your life, but it's a choice at the end of the day. No one forced you to do anything. It's all a choice. You're not forced. And if you're trading out of desperation to make money because you're forced by your financial situation, it's tough. It's not the right game to be desperately needing to make money. Otherwise, you don't eat tomorrow. You're in the wrong game. If you're not going to be able to eat tomorrow, don't be a trader. I'm telling you from now. It's not the game for that. This is not where you're trying to put food on the table for tomorrow, man, because it's gonna take a lot of food in the learning process, and it's not easy. This is a skill where you have food on the table, but maybe you want to eat steak. You want to eat steak instead of eating potatoes. So you level up. So it's a game to level up, not just to put food on the table. Understand that. It's a massive difference. Yeah, I should have said lobster. That would have been more fitting. You know, you need to level up to lobster. Stop eating shrimp. What you usually trading? Gold, GBP, JPY, DAX, gold, GBP, JPY, and yeah, that's it. In London. Check it, DAX now. Pushing. What setup 5 were you talking about? Sell setup 5? Nani? Oh, you said, oh, 5 minutes support. Okay, okay. You meant setup 5. That's what I was thinking. What's going on with setup 5? Yeah, there was a 5-minute support, but we want the close above here, in my opinion. I don't think this range would be worth it. Now it looks, in hindsight, it looks great, but 18 points for 41 points. With no 1 minute. I mean, it did later make 1 minute structure on the next candle. I was looking at this as 4-hour support as a B. Let's see. Yeah, you mean setup 2. Yeah, that candle, second candle might be good, but if it rejects that resistance, you have to get out break even. If you had a bottom wick, maybe. Definitely maybe. You have to rely on only 1 minute structure here. Hindsight, it looks good. My longs NQ, my support zone extension. SL poor placement. Yeah. Too tight, should have been below prior structure. Yeah, if you're taking buys here and you want to trail, it's not that bad because you put it below this structure. It just went a little bit deeper and then went up. I mean, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Here, I think, here doesn't make sense. Here it's just like, okay, fear of loss. This is just moving break even. Nice looking bottom wick formed on 1 hour on DAX. Yeah, it is a nice bottom wick on 1 hour on DAX. 1 hour has a lot of room still. 5 minute didn't tap the resistance. We can get like a little support formed and then close above would be great. Meantime, I'm just gonna go toilet. I'll be back, guys. So GJ is still trying to create support. We want to see if it can create resistance. The sells for me look better. If we're going to take buys, I want to see this, boom, then take the buys. Or maybe above here we can just take it straight. What session buyer on GJ? It's mixed session bias today. We are getting a 5-minute resistance. We could potentially look to see if the next one closes above for that wick fill. I wonder if a thunderstorm is enough. 15-minute closing here as well. 15-minute wick fill maybe. Let's see if we can close a thunder, would be nice. We didn't tap the resistance. We didn't tap any 5-minute resistance as well. But I still want to see a thunderstorm. We have very limited structure below here. Hopefully this can close slightly bearish, would be good, or doji at least. Not like this is a bad close. Come on, reject, it's stuck. I'll close even stronger. 15-minute close. Problem is no stop loss placement right now. I mean, you could just put it randomly below here, but you get cooked. In my broker we tapped? Yeah, I should check my broker. We'll see the broker what it's saying. Yeah, broker didn't tap resistance yet as well. Yeah, I think it's very simple setup for me right now. Looking at how this is formed, this is a leg equivalent to something like this. This is what's happening here. And if you look, you have your first continuation, you have structure formation, and then close above. That's your entry candle to get the second push. So you have continuation, structure formation, entry candle to get the push. Same thing that happened here, you can repeat here. If it doesn't happen, then it's not following what it did here, and makes it hard to have confidence in that. Unless you base it off 15, but I don't know if I trust DAX to 63 to here is 18 to up here is 73. Yeah, I mean, if it fills the whole range, you get just a little bit above a 1-to-1. Could make sense. I was actually looking forward to gold buys today. Push to all-time high here. We seem to be still pulling back. Might be setting up the buys for NY. We'll see. It's still 11:30. Let's see if we can get that structure. Would be ideal in this scenario. I'm really not wanting to just take it here with the 15-minute stop, especially in a mixed session bias. Bullish session bias, definitely can argue that. Mixed session bias without breaking the high here, you know, this could just be another one of these tops. Continue the lower high, we take sells below here. Go can close below 31, you're interested. Might take it run drop 1 minute. 31, where's your 31 level? Yeah, the range lows here. Yeah, it's quite a while till there. To be honest, if it respects this 31, I'd look for buys from here back up. It's very slowly making its way down here. Very slowly. There's the pullback we're getting now on DAX, right? That's what we're speaking about. So this is nice. It's also going to close the 5-minute bearish here. Very high chance in 6 seconds here. So if we can get the next 5-minute closing above, should be able to fill that wick. And then we see what's up. Now if the next 5-minute doesn't close above, there's no entry. Very simple. Very simple when you follow a plan. You are the first streamer I have seen trading a 15-minute time frame. That's good. What? Okay, my question is, what streamers do you watch? What time frame? Not what, but what time frame do the streamers you watch trade? I'm interested to see what they're on. Now, probably would be SMC traders you're watching, so they're probably going to be on a 1 minute. Why not grow a full beard? I don't want to grow a full beard. My full beard would not be like a thick Arab beard as well. It would be look patchy, so I don't like it. I think if you're gonna grow a full beard, you need to have like a full dense beard, you know, not some patchy bullshit. Mostly they scalp, but I do trade 15. I'm not asking you, I'm asking what time frame they trade. You don't feel FOMO like yesterday GJ went 100 pips from your exit? No, I made money. Why should I feel FOMO? I followed my plan and made money. What if it came back to entry? What if it came back to entry? Not every day it does that. Today music's different? Same music. Just they're adding probably music to this playlist. Just adding music to this playlist. Try minoxidil? I don't need minoxidil. Minoxidil also has, I mean, it's mostly for people who have hair loss. GJ close in about 7 minutes. Now what I don't like is that 1 hour close, man. 30-minute closing bullish strong, 1 hour rejecting. I really feel better selling below the lows. I think it would be a riskier trade to sell the setup 2 here back down. We'd have to risk it for the biscuit, and to risk it for the biscuit I would need 5-minute breakup structure as well. That would be better. Let's put a little box like that. Gold is slowly moving, ever so slowly. DAX is dumping here. That's why I didn't want to take that buy straight away like that, because of this mixed bias. If it's full bullish bias, you probably get away with it, but full mixed bias here, not looking good. So sells, we have to still keep sells in the mind. Where's sells gonna make sense? I think you could even see sells below somewhere here. Open is in 20 minutes, still time to the open. How to get this type of mindset? You follow a plan. And you be strong. Don't be a fucking pussy, man. That's it. That's how you get that mindset. Just be strong. Do difficult things outside of the charts that follow, that demand you to have discipline. Like eat a diet. You know? Your name is Wahid Ali. So I expect you, not expect, but I would assume you're fasting this month. Okay? So this is a great example. Right now, maybe I don't know you, and I'm not here to talk about religion, but I want to show you something. Fasting is a disciplinary act. You're not allowed to drink water or eat food. So if you're fasting right now, why can't you not take action on those trades? Because you put more importance to religion than you do to trading. But you have to treat it the same. If you're able to fast and not break your fast, then 100%. You are able to do what? 100%. You're able to control yourself and not do silly stuff. It's just perspective. Why does everything say that London opens at 3 AM EST? Probably does. Probably does. Probably does because of the daylight saving time. GG close below, but we don't have a 15-minute close. For me, 5-minute is not enough confirmation, right? I need a 15 close minimum. Also have this 30-minute. The more and more I like selling below 191. What time is it EST right now? I'll tell you what time London opens. It's 3:40? Yeah, then London actually does open. London will open at 4 AM. Damn. That's late EST. 4 AM. That's really late. Remember guys, giveaway at 600 viewers. We're at 492. Some work. Big giveaway. I mean, the giveaway is just, you guys have to, I guess, work for it. Make sure to leave a like on the stream. 172 likes. We can get that. I'm ready to give the giveaway. Yes, I'm fasting. Great example and motivation as well. 100%, man. Move my lines. Perfect pullback, GJ, to continue down. Yeah, we'll see if we close below the range. $15-minute looking deep. This valid setup 3. This is setup 3 wick fill. So my question to you is, based on your markup, this wick has not tapped anything. If this wick has not tapped anything, especially after this liquidity grab, looks great, bro. Looks great. Looks good. Gold has made the move of this session? No, because move is bullish. We are bullish bias. Doesn't matter that Bentley because it's a wick fill. This is, you're trading a wick fill. So if this was a shorter wick like here, then yes, you'd enter break of lowest low. But this is the idea is a wick fill. Now the question is, did that wick reject anything? If it didn't reject anything, nothing. You can look for a wick fill, kind of like what we were looking on DAX, if you think about how DAX would have closed. But yeah, this is not the move of the session because we're bullish bias, so this could be moving down to create support. If we were bearish bias, still not really the move of the session. All right, 15 close here, 5-minute closed bullish. Gold is still slowly chugging its way down. 5-minute close bullish on GJ as well. We see a 15-minute candle close. Now risk to reward here is not great even if we take the wick fill. What do we look? 19 pips for 15. It's not bad for break even, but you need a wick fill here. Can't go earlier than a wick fill. And the problem with the wick fill is we're selling into 5-minute support. 7 pips to the 30-minute as well. It's pretty tight compared to just getting a close below the range. I don't like selling into 5-minute support. I rather sell at the thunderstorm, but selling at the thunderstorm is too late to sell. You know? Is there a video that explains wick fill? Candle wick secrets. All there for you on my channel. Check it out. The vid is at 170 views, 50 likes. I appreciate that. You can't take a sell on DAX. Candle close below 15-minute support. Yeah, but it's above this support, so you kind of have to ignore the support. You could. Let's see what the risk to reward is here. 65 for 46. But you have this support here as well that we rejected. You have the 5 here. I think you can get a better sell just below here, to be honest. Get a better sell just below here with the way we're forming. Smaller stops as well. Because this is creating higher lows and higher highs on 5 minute. So even though the 15 closed like this, previous 30 closed bullish, it's still contradicting itself. A little bit lower. GJ reacted off that 1 hour, need to be careful. Yeah, look at this. This is nice though. If GJ starts to flip from here, could actually be a little bit interesting. Definitely could be interesting. But like I said, we're seeing that more bullish pressure at the moment. This could also be the change of structure for buys. Have to keep all of that in mind. 30 minute could give a setup 3. A lot of things could happen here. It could flip, you know. We could see different action happen. Someone was asking about GU. Let's see what GU is doing. So daily still closed bullish at daily resistance. 4 hour time frame again mixed like yesterday. 30 minute trying to push down here. I mean, yeah, you could look for sells, but every time we close on a new lower low, we reject. Lower low, reject. Lower low, reject. So you would want to be taking setup 2 type sells, or just wait for buys from the bottom of the range would be better. One candle is not enough. It's, you know, it is. One candle can be enough in higher time frame volume, but it's normally, like, depends on what time frame this is. One candle on a 15 is enough. On a 5 sometimes is not enough, no. But it's all dependent on the situation, right? But it is. On a 5 it's not enough, that's for sure. Have you ever had a negative month after you became profitable? Last January was negative for me. Negative like 1.52%. With commission something. So last January, yes, negative for me. This January completely reversed that, which was very nice. We had some amazing moves in DAX in January. So this January, absolutely smashed that out the water. What do you think about this buy on GJ? Yeah, instead of your line below, you put your line above, but that is definitely a buy. So instead of below this support, you put it above this support. What stops you from ramping up capital using 50 to 100 lots with how good your stats are consistency, or is it that the plan? Yeah, personal money for 50 to 100 lots, you need quite a lot of, 100 lots in my trade would be risking about $20,000 per trade. And I'm not ready to risk $20,000 per trade of my personal capital. It's pretty heavy, man. $20,000 a trade, 25. I mean, that's with a 20 pip stop. If we're talking about, like, you know, sometimes DAX can get a heavy stop. That could be up to $40,000 risk. Not only that, to have what type of money, you know, it's heavy, man. It's heavy. Like, I'm not ready to support that type of capital as well, because I'd need at least in a broker 500k. I don't trust 500k in an offshore broker. Like, I would want something good, regulated, something decent, you know, especially when you're putting 500k in there. I rather trade on a personal account that was less, that copies to a big account like that. You need to swing trade for high lots? No, that's completely wrong. It's actually the complete opposite. It's the complete opposite. You need to make sure you understand. If you're using big lots and are a swing trader, holy shit, man. Man's got it wrong. Also 100 lots, brokers don't really fill that. You won't, 100 lots don't go smooth in a broker. I mean, 50 lots is doable on EU and GU. On EU and GU, I could probably risk 50 lots on in these days with my risk tolerance. Yes, it would be higher than usual, but you know, sometimes on GU you get like a 6 pip stop loss. 6 pip stop loss with a 50 lot, you know, you're looking at 2,500. Yeah, it is significant risk, but it's not going to be like detrimental to my trading to risk 2,500 on a trade. So I could pop a 50 lot, yes. Technically, I could, but it's not every trade, right? I would need a good stop. But then you're just flexing lots, you know? It's all relative. Hi, last March had also very bad ranges. Actually, couldn't really remember too much about last March. Let's see the journal. Journal will remind us. 2, 3. This was the 3rd of March. I think March went pretty smooth for me last time. Took one win, took a second win. Last March I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins and one loss that was 5 pips, so that's really nothing to lose 5 pips only. And then one loss that was 12 pips. That would have been a full loss. But this 5 pip loss would have been an extreme managed loss. Yeah. This is how I manage on 1 minute. Five pips was April, was it? Let's see. You're right, you're right. So no, I took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins, 1 loss. So pretty decent month, I would say. Not many trades though, you could see. It's pretty short. I mean, between this day and this win was 7 days, almost 7 days of no trades for me here. And then between here to here was 2 trades. And then from here to here was a lot of days. This was like 6 days of no trades. But you see, after all of that palaver, like in that month, there was like total of like 10 days no trades. But I end the month with 5 wins and 1 loss. It's a very decent result. Only GJ, yeah. Only GJ. It was moving nice back then. What about the month after? I think that looks a little bit rougher. Yeah, I think I remember April was very rough for me actually. A lot of break evens, kind of like, yeah, pretty rough it looks. See how gold is doing. Gold is trying to create supports now, but very weak. DAX, what are you doing, DAX? DAX is coming down to our zone now. We did close back in the zone. Wow. So this is actually a sell opportunity, but 51 for 17. Can I run a smaller stop here? I don't know. Where can I put a smaller stop here? Where can I put a smaller stop? I feel like any other smaller stop is a bit of a gamble stop. Like I could of course run this stop here. It's very tight though. Selling to 1 hour support. Do we have the 1 hour support there? London Open as well. Oh yeah, we do have the previous 1 hour support a little bit lower. Let's wait for London Open anyways. It's in 2 minutes, so you'd kind of needed to do a quick push. I don't think we have safe stops. That's the problem. We don't have safe stops to survive London Open. So even if it pushed in profit, do you trust 1 minute structure on DAX? I mean, it's situation dependent. I wouldn't be surprised to see even it pop up here. Good thing is we didn't break the lows. So 2 minutes here, your best bet is to wait for London Open. You should be waiting for London Open. Before would go a whole week without a trade and it was painful. Good to know it's a normal and patience must be top notch. Yeah, 100%. That's how it works in that scenario. Why is my PC fans firing? What's happening with my PC? Fans are firing. Let's see what's happening. 55. That's fine. Getting ready for London Open, my PC. You use Lee & Lee fans? I have Lee & Lee cooler, yeah. And then I use my case fans as well. I have 7 case fans and 3 cooler fans. And then 2 GPU cooler fans. So I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 fans. Including GPU. Without GPU, 11 fans. What GPU do you have? i9 13900 K. Something like that. Which GPU? 4070 Ti. Okay, 35 seconds for the open. Let's see how this opens. 12 fans, your computer's still hot? Well, it's obviously making it cool, calming it down for London Open. It's getting nervous for London Open. PC getting nervous. Looks like the 1 hour might close below. Would be quite nice. Here we go. 10 seconds as well. We might get the close below on the 15. This is the zone I wanted to sell in actually. So this is looking a little bit better for me. If London Open can liquidity grab, we get a close. There we go. So 1 hour did close below, right? Shit, man. Shit. Just closed above. And then we're getting the move up now. This is why you didn't really want to take that sell. But still, a close below here, I'm interested. Fan predicted London Open. Do you do heavy gaming stuff? I game Counter-Strike, man. I don't really need heavy GPU. So GJ is kind of consolidating. Nothing really good bullish close for buys. 1 hour did close bullish though. 30-minute close bearish. 5 minutes are stuck inside this range. The more and more I prefer to sell below this low. Gold trying to create supports now. We only have one 15-minute candle bullish below the 4-hour resistance. So we want to get back above the 4-hour resistance. As gold just looks like it's slowly chopping its way down. You know, the volume looks a little bit low on gold compared to GJ. Looks like a little bit more, but not as much more. DAX has some good volume as we can see. So we're going to see this close here. London Open liquidity grab. 5-minute low here as well. Keep an eye on DAX here. So I guess the DAX plans are like 15 close below 547. If we're not going to get the 15 close below, we take a 5 close below 531. So 531 sells, 547 sells 15. That would kind of be the plan. Now the buy plan for DAX, if this is going to be liquidity, we need some sort of change of structure. So probably I'm looking to buy above this spot here, which is 22,615. That previous 4-hour support we have tested already. I'm not worried about it right now. We've been through it. We've not rejected it once, even 1 minute. I mean, here we stayed a little bit, but I'm not too concerned. I'll leave it on the chart just to have it as a watch in case we do reject around that spot. I know what it's rejecting, but it's not going to put me off, you know, too much here. So buys would be above this type of range here. if sells came with the next candle like that, how big is that? 56. 56 on the open is not bad. We'd break even here. 56 we could definitely push. You know, DAX, if it likes to get going, it likes to get going. Issue is 1 hour 620 for me. See that 1 hour. That's true, that's true. Didn't notice that. Have to mark that now. So I guess we just make our range a little bit smaller. It's not too much smaller. How much have we taken off? 5 points. Not that bad. Would have preferred to have the extra 5 points, but still giving us 14 points. More importantly, like I said, I'm not too concerned about this previous 4 hour support anymore. So really the range is 27 points, which looks a lot better. Looks like we're making our way up to there. I mean, this 5 could close above here, but it's not going to give us a stop loss. 93. No 1 minute structure, so you can't run smaller. We're going to see how it forms. Looks like it's pretty whipsaw, man. Up, down at the moment. Just need to wait for closures. This is where closures become very important, especially when we're whipsawing up and down like this. See how gold is doing. So gold did close the 50-minute bullish here. 1 hour closed still bearish. So gold I would take a buy if we got 5-minute change of structure. So I just need one more 5-minute to close bearish and then next one get above. If we see the next one get above like that, boom, that would be a nice buy. Since we've already tested this level now, we've tested this 5 level. So since we've tested this 5 level, I wouldn't be worried about pushing through it again. Setup 2 would be beautiful here if we could just get a 30-minute setup 2. How's GJ doing? GJ retested, took liquidity from the high here. Wow. And now we're coming down. So if we can get a close below here, I think that's going to be pretty simple to get to here. It is tight, but with this all this volume, I'd be surprised why we don't continue down afterwards.
Harry, a quick question. On my chart for DAX, I have a previous daily support marked, and you don't have it. Am I missing something?
Yeah, it seems like it. I don't have any previous dailies all the way up till 775. Do these work on crypto? They do work on crypto, yes. It's price action. Price action works where you want it to work.
I send it in chat. Can you please take a look?
I looked at my chart, brother. Yeah, 100% this is not a resistance. Why is this not a resistance? 100%. You tell me, what are you missing? 100%.
That's what I want to know. What am I missing?
Think about it. Think logically. Because you have to be able to spot this. This is an easy spot. Why is that not a resistance? Don't spoil it. He has to learn himself. He has to learn himself. Anyways, they answered you there.
Oh, yeah, they answered. Okay, now I understand. Okay, all right.
Yep. So DAX needs to make up its mind. It is grabbing a lot of liquidity from the bottom of the range here. 15-minute candle will close in 5 minutes. So if we get the same time 5-minute candle closing above there, at the same time 15, I know DAX in the last 5 minutes can flip here. It can flip, so we'll have to see. We shall see. Took a go by at 35-second bullish 15 and now 5. Where's gold now? 38, so it looks good. Yeah, gold pushed up here. Did we get any 5? No, so I didn't. Difficult with that 4 hour there. I wonder how relevant it became. I mean, but still, it looks like a great move. But remember, your stops here at 33 pips. How much has it pushed? 28. You're not far off from a 1-to-1. You're not far off from a 1-to-1, but it's still not there yet. It's very hard to predict this is the bottom all the time, because this happened back here, and all it did was this, just continue down. It could have done that, and then once we get the change of structure, that confirmation there gives you the confirmation for secure buys. If 30 closed bullish would be a different story. We are very bullish on gold today. Look at that push. It is a great push. It is a great push. Big SL though. Yeah, I mean, I just have to be sure that this is the bottom. Now I'm trying to understand, okay, how do I predict that this is the bottom? 4 hour did test support there. I guess that's enough to say that this would be the low of the day. Yep, I didn't notice that. That's, I think, a small mistake from my side to notice that we did test 4 hour support as well. I had 4-hour resistance mark, but not 4-hour support. So we did test 4-hour support. So it does make sense for, see, a low to be created there. It does make sense for a low to be created there. But again, you know, it's just the first 5-minute candle bullish, strong bullish after the whole move down. Waiting for 5-minute structure is definitely valid. Yeah. That's why the 5-minute structure would have given you that confirmation, you know. Well, we see this 15 here on DAX. About to close. $72 is pretty wide. So it depends on the top wick here. We are dumping through right now. We could take a momentum trade, but we need a top wick, man. Last 10 seconds? I don't know where this volume is coming. Last 10 seconds. This might just keep going, but my plan is not to sell at support. I have to take this based on 15, but 15 is just nuts the way it's pushed. Huge stop loss. $108 points. Not even 1 minute structure, so I can't even put stops above 1 minute structure. There's no question about that. First day in excuse, already feel my greedy emotions at bay so far, being patient. 100%, man. That's gonna definitely learn that here. Save you money. See if we can get the structure, man. It's not over. One candle closing bullish, next one closed below. You have sells. We have room down to here. We have room. How's GJ doing? GJ's got stuck in a consolidation here. Seems like GJ's consolidating. So I'm gonna see DAX here since GJ is consolidating. Gonna watch DAX. Answer me, brother, man. How are you, brother? Is that what you're saying? I say hello back. Hope you're well. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What was that? What was that? Yeah, that has to be news. Yo. That was like literally 1 millisecond. flipped and flew. Flipped and went. Yeah, no chance you catch that even with a... Your sell stop is triggered, I don't know, at the fucking moon. Your sell stop is triggered at the moon in that sense. Even GJ got affected by that? It did. But it got affected positively. It got affected positively. Because it's moved it closer to where I'm more interested in sells. I want to see the news. We're going to see here the news should come out on Financial Juice. Let's refresh this Financial Juice. Yeah, something must have been said. Here we go. German Greens Party. There's no progress in talks with Conservatives / SPT on debt plans. RTL interview. So he's being interviewed literally 1 minute ago. You know? So this is what caused that dump. See a little bit of news there. GJ in 9 minutes. Any trade on orange juice? Maybe we'll have to look at orange juice today. Gold juice moved nice. Could you take this trade? We just spoke about this. Did you not hear what we spoke about? Or are you talking about this here? Structure above for buys. If you have range, it's about range. Can we trade lobster futures? Also, GJ buys might make sense here, huh? Look at the 30 close, might be pretty interesting. We just grab liquidity from bottom of the range as well. DAX retrace. Let's see what happened with that. Wow. Shit, man. That's crazy. It's like it's all planned, right? Literally. Just that whole move erased. Nothing. Nothing. Like nothing happened. In a couple of minutes. I wonder what DAX wants to do now. Does it want to try retest the lows of the news candle, or do we want to continue up here? DAX was aiming for the daily support and reached there to its target. It was with news that helped it. Could be a good buy opportunity if it starts to reject from these lows. How do you identify key levels on different pairs? It depends on pair to pair, man. GJ every 500 level, gold every $5. GJ had the popping up here. Check this 30-minute close here about to come. It's an interesting 30-minute close. 6 minutes. GJ close above, good bottom wick. I'll give it a shot on 30-minute buy. Yeah, it makes sense. I'm trying to think about where stop loss. I think I could run stop below the 5-minute structure instead of below the wick. Has to respect that structure. How big is that? 32. You're fasting? I think I've been drinking water on stream, so I'm not fasting. Before GJ closes, I'll go toilet, be back. DJ, looks like it'll close bullish here. Just stops are getting very wide. Stops are getting very, very, very wide. Just a 1-to-1. If we get the full retracement here. We could also buy on a bottom wick if we break the high first. Buy on a retest. If this opens no top wick as well, would be actually perfect. No top wick open. Yeah, we don't really have much range. 38 pips is still a big stop loss because the range we have here is only 31 pips. So it's a negative risk to reward trade. But if we could just get half of that, like 15 pips. No top wick. So if we can retest somewhere here with no top wick, can buy the no top wick entry here. So I needed to retest somewhere into my box. So if we can retest here right now into this box, which is just previous structure, and I start to see it reject, I can take this entry no top wick. This will also give me smaller stop loss. Let's see. This is also 30-minute close, so idea is that 30 minutes should make a top wick at some point, and with the bullish pressure, so we want to see it dip into this box and start to leave the box, and I can take a buy 0.6, 0.7%, 0.7% risk. So let's see if I can get triggered. So all I'm gonna see is like a dip into my box and then a rejection. I hope it really comes to my box because it needs to retest something for me to then press buy. Otherwise it can just keep dumping. Stops below current candle? No. Stops would be below here. Or wherever the entry comes from. So let's say we enter somewhere here, will be like 23 pips. Seems like it's making its way towards the box. Let's see if we can dip into it and start to leave it. All right, touching it. See how we react here. Now, question is, do I just rip it now or do I wait for 1 minute bullish candle is what I'm trying to contemplate. Hmm. 40 seconds, quite a lot, 40 seconds. Not even breaking previous 1 minute high. Gonna wait here. Hasn't even touched. It's tapped the wicks, but not structure yet. If it flips, it's good. I mean, if it flips, it's definitely... I mean, this is one thing we can do as well. We can take it on flip, stop loss below, current candle low. That's also interesting. That's also interesting. And that would be safer because we won't have to hold potential drawdown. Stop loss is tight, 14 pips, but what's the point of it flipping? Oh, I quite like that actually, guys. It is a tighter stop loss, but we can manage if it fails. Because then I don't have to worry about this BS, right? I don't have to worry about this BS that might happen in here, come down. Because then it broke the high. If it rejects that, I can get out pretty quick. Yeah, that's my plan. I'm gonna take a buy on break of this high and use current candle stops. So wherever current candle stops become, that's what I'm gonna look for. That's my plan. So we'll see. We shall see. Exactly, Moritz, exactly. So yeah, that's my plan. Still risk? Nah, I'll go the same. I'll go the same. Full. Was gold setup 3 valid? What time frame was this? 5 minutes? No. Not valid. Needs to be 15. See what DAX is doing. Oh, DAX could be quite nice. A 15-minute fake out back inside the range as well. I mean, if DAX can close a 5-minute candle bullish and break above here even would be very nice as well. Gonna open that on my other monitor here and keep an eye on that. If that happens before GG, I'm interested. Especially with that 15 rejection. You see that rejection back in the range. Nice rejection back in the range. So if you get that 5-minute support, you'd also have a change of structure on 5. You'd stop having lower high, lower high, lower high. You'd have higher low, and then you would have the higher high made with the 15-minute candle closing back in the range. Full LTA here to the left. Yeah. Big rejection wick. It makes sense in my opinion. I think you could even just go above this high and ignore this because the wick tapped it. Nevertheless, we're gonna see how it forms. GJ 5-minute close bearish, so still waiting for that flip there. Still waiting for that flip. I still have my buy order. Even if this is how deep the bottom wick is, I don't mind. I don't mind. I'm just gonna put stop loss below this candle. For me, 23 pips is still valid to have my stop loss there. Target is still 31 pips to the daily resistance there. So for me, that's valid. If this 15-minute closes back in the range, I think I'm going to change my entry. If the 15 does. So 6 minutes. But, you know, you could see some nice stuff in 6 minutes. It's a great liquidity grabbed as well. See what DAX is doing. Oh, now I even like the sells though on DAX even start to look nice. Second 5-minute candle closing below. DAX is confusing today, especially when the 15-minute closes back in the range. This 15 closing below, I wonder if it's another sell. Still mixed bias. Come on, GJ, where's your juice, man? You were looking so good. Now you're just going to make a bottom wick and just stop? You have no top wick. Go. Give us a trade. Don't just get stuck in the range. You don't want... Why are you ranging today, bro? Come on, wake up. Yesterday you had a good day. Trending. Today what happened? This morning you pulling back. You have enough liquidity. Let's go. Time to party. Come on. GJ is being sleepy. Early weekend for GJ. I don't know what's it doing, man. No top wick. No top wick. Close above everything. Even closed above the small 15. Look at this 30-minute. We grab liquidity from the bottom of the range. Like, it has enough juice, but no. GJ needs more juice. GJ needs to go back in the range. Multi-day liquidity, yeah, I'm just glad we're not part of it. We're not part of it. Not much. We only have 3 minutes-ish until 15 closes, so it looks like, unfortunately, we're not going to get this close. We're going to get the closing bearish, but we're going to see. Who knows at this point. GJ needs Harry talk, it has to follow. Yeah, I mean, this looks nice with this bottom wick. Like, I thought maybe, like when it started dumping through here, I thought, okay, it's fine. Maybe it wants to retest key level. Key level is fine. Like, you know, no problem. Let it test key level. But now it's just not going back up. Like, it's getting back in the range. We're just ranging at this time. But it looked very good. We had a lot of volume. Like, I wouldn't have expected it to range. If you're asking me, after this type of volume candle, would I expected it to come back in the range? No chance. But again, this is the nice thing why breaking high is always a safer option. That's why 98% of my trades, I always want to wait for a break of high. You know, and look, no, 1 minute failed to get above these zones here. Remember, back out the box. All it did is respect the box. Nothing closed back outside the box. So I'm glad here I didn't FOMO in and just entered of it. Why waiting for closures? Even as low as a 1 minute close matters, because the close kept me safe from FOMOing in on the reaction trade here. $100 pip move in Asian, yeah, but that if we're gonna head up today, then that $100 pip move in Asian should be the liquidity down to continue us up, you know. Sometimes that happens like that, so I won't worry about it too much all the time. I wonder if this 5 minute setup to buy makes sense. What do we think, guys? 15 will close back in the range. 5 minute to test the high and potentially continue. Last 2 minutes, can GJ clutch? No. GJ looks cooked. We'll see. I still have my order because if it closes weak, it's still okay. But if it closes below the range, then I'm not interested. Especially below key level. That'll make it easy for me to say, okay, fine, I need to wait for something else. Alright, close below key level. I'm deleting this order here. Not going to be taking a buy just yet. Going to wait for something more. Go see DAX. So DAX here making a bottom wick. We did close nice rejection again. Yeah, I'm very tempted to take a buy with something closing above here. Next 5 minute candle closing above here. I'm tempted to take a buy. 30 point stop, 40 points to here. It makes sense in my eyes. For me, that's valid. If GJ flips on 30-minute time frame, you take it. Yeah, but the difference with that now is we have a 15-minute time frame closing back in the range. So what it might do is it might flip, make a top wick, and then come back in the range. This is what GJ likes to do. Kind of like this. You see how this came back up, retested, nothing closes above, and we come back into the range. That could happen as well. So in that case, I'd prefer to see like a 5 close above, or maybe a 15 close bullish and then we break the high. We're going to put an alert here anyways, just to see how price action forms, because sometimes we can do it. Sometimes we can do it right there, you know. Buys could still make sense if next 15, even, yeah, even Alex like that. Yes, that's another one. Why don't you like to trade on 5 minutes? I do on DAX and stuff. It's just I don't do it on GJ. It's not enough confirmation. We missed setup 3 on gold. That's a 5 minute time frame. It's not a setup 3. 15 minute is a setup 3. One minute, 33 seconds. We'll see if this can close above. Wick to fill here. Once we break the wick, we should be able to make our way up. Can use that wick as a break-even spot. Has to do it in the next 1 minute candle though. See if she's got it in her, hopefully. Otherwise being a long session waiting for this. Just need the close. You're not concerned buying that 1 hour zone? No. I'm not. We crossed through it multiple times today. "19 seconds. Can we close above here, Mr. Dax? Do you have the juice? 15 seconds. Do you have the juice?" Looks like 5 seconds. I don't think it will have it in it yet. Long session, man. What do you say, chat? Wait 5 more minutes or call it? One more chance for it to close. Yeah, with you guys, I'll trade. No, for you in the exclusive, yeah, I'm talking about YouTube. Five more min for YouTube. Okay, last five min for YouTube. Last 5 minutes. If this doesn't close above, that's it. Now, if it closes above without us, I'll just cry myself to sleep. 1 minute even close, so you can't even enter on a 1 minute. Gonna go, isn't it? She's gonna go, isn't she? 3 minutes, wow. I mean, if you really have FOMO, you can enter on a 1 minute. I don't recommend it. It's a kind of you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't situation. Yeah, it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. What I mean by damned if you do, damned if you don't take it on the 1 minute, it probably goes. If you do take it on the 1 minute, it fails. So that's damned both ways. Now, whenever you have a situation like that, generally the safest option is just not to do anything and just wait for your confirmations, as your confirmations are always going to be what's true. Because like right now, it could have gone, right? Could have had that spike up, but then you're happy that it's going down. So it's that damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. And the answer to that type of situation is just to follow what the original plan says. And if it doesn't happen, then it's protecting you from randomness. Randomness that otherwise would have you in the potential to lose, which is not what we want. It's not damned if you don't lose money, but I mean, that's the opportunity. It's kind of like a 50-50 then. That's what damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of means actually then a 50-50. This is what I mean, man. Closures are good long term. I'm telling you. Everyone had the idea that, oh, no way, she's waiting for us. It's gonna go. But it protects you from these situations because these are worse to lose these. If I just ripped a random buy here, break of high, I'd really feel sick in the stomach having taken a loss like this. I'd really feel sick in the stomach. I'd feel like, shit man, I'm such an idiot. So I'd rather not feel like an idiot, if I'm being honest. How's GJ doing? Look at GJ, respecting that box like a king, man. And how I find that box, just previous resistance. Just not doing anything. Probably 30-minute will close bearish as well. 5 minutes. I would be very surprised if we get a 5-minute candle bullet. But hey, it's GJ. It tends to surprise me daily. I don't know DAX, but the 5 needed to close above 22,571, the next 5 open bullish wick. 571. I think just a close above 557, which is where our rejections have come from. A first closure above there will be doing what all the other candles have not been able to do. Should give the upside move. But 5-minute has closed below here, guys, so I'm gonna hop off. Nothing really I can do. It saved us from that trade. I was very wanted to get into that. I didn't get triggered into GJ as well here. It didn't flip, so nothing I can do about that. I think gold was like the aggressive option of the day if we just went on this 15-minute candle and ignored all of the factors here to the left. I think the only thing that made it valid was maybe having a rejection from the 4-hour support and me being bullish bias today. Bullish bias rocks. Bullish bias shows you how strong it is. When everything looks like it's going down, gold still goes up. It's just about finding an entry that makes sense long term. Honestly, I'll probably lose this more often than not. The only thing that probably gave this a little bit more value was probably the retest of 4-hour support. So that's about it. If DAX does close above on the 5 a little bit later, I will still look at that trade and take it. And yeah, I appreciate you all. Take care, and hopefully catch you guys on tomorrow's stream. All right, peace. See you guys. Cheers. Much love.